Hello Wastelanders! Since the release of the next-gen update for Fallout 4 on April 25th of this year, a number of mods have been either not working right or not working at all. On the channel, I have several videos about the America Rising 2 Legacy of the Enclave mod by Otellino, offering up mod suggestions for immersion, expansion, or enhancement of your America Rising 2 Enclave. But many of those mods are from before the next-gen update. Now that over a month has passed and the dust has started to settle, we are going to look back through all the Enclave enhancements that I have recommended in previous videos to see which ones are currently working on PC. First up, America Rising 2. As you can see by this Enclave flag waving proudly over Diamond City, hell yeah, it's working. I haven't seen any significant problems from the next-gen update other than the frame drops and stuttering that is now pretty common on all modded games across the board. Way to go, Bethesda. So the centerpiece of an Enclave playthrough is essentially here in working order, and we are off to a good start. Next up, the Remnants Patch, intended to make Enclave troops from the Remnants Creation Club content play nice with characters who belong to the America Rising 2 Enclave. To test this, I have called one of the Remnants to join me at the Army Depot, and as you can see, not only is he equipped with America Rising 2 Enclave gear, we're getting along like peas and carrots. We have so much in common. Right down to our favorite color. I know what you're thinking, black, but no, it's red, like the patriotic blood running through our veins. Check that box, the Remnants Patch is working. A related patch that I have previously recommended on the channel is Firepunk's America Rising 2 Speak of the Devil Quest patch. Like the Remnants patch, the Speak of the Devil Quest patch puts Enclave remnants from the Creation Club's Speak of the Devil Quest into America Rising 2 gear and makes them non-hostile to America Rising 2 Enclave faction members. Because we don't have time for friendly fire when there are pinkos and mutant abominations to stomp out, so when the remnants I encountered started shooting at a member of my Enclave FCOM squad, I'm pretty sure it was because he was a super mutant. My verdict? If the Speak of the Devil patch is broken, it is in an ironically immersive way. Any true American would react like that. Even America Rising 2 Enclave occasionally made that mistake, but more on that later. Let's talk power armor patches. Otellino's America Rising 2 patches and resources allow players to integrate XO2 and XO3 power armors from Creation Club and Road to Liberty into America Rising Enclave level lists, or entirely replace the XO1 armor in the vanilla mod. But those patches haven't been updated since 2023, so let's see which ones are working. Quick note, I don't use Road to Liberty power armors, so those patches couldn't be tested. And you won't see any Creation Club XO2 or XO3 on my troops in-game, and I'll cover that soon. First, the Creation Club Hellfire XO3. You don't see it because the Creation Club Hellfire XO3 patch reports in Vortex that it's missing an XO3 master and can't deploy, even though I have Creation Club XO3 in my account like everyone else since the next gen update. Either that is a bug or it's just me, but that's what I can tell you. Second, the Creation Club XO2. I was able to confirm that the Creation Club XO2 armor works, but I prefer Cypher's Black Devil XO2, so I'm running that instead of Creation Club XO2. And I'm doing that with the help of a patch found in Firepunk's America Rising unofficial patch repository. You are also seeing Fallout 76 style Enclave power armor by Newermind and Captain Ultima on my troops, courtesy of Firepunk's unofficial patch repository, which is clearly working just fine. The repository has additional patches for Classic Advanced Armor and T65 if you're interested. And if you're interested in whether Enclave Marine Armor and Leveled List integration by Little Window is still bringing sharp-looking Marine Armor to your Enclave troops with your choice of blue or orange accents, a visit to the ever-friendly Quartermaster Barrett shows that it is. When it comes to weapon patches, adding Degenerate Dax attachment pack options to America Rising 2 Enclave weaponry and leveled lists is accomplished via the America Rising 2 attachment pack patch by Autobot Matt, and I am happy to report that it is working splendidly. Returning to Otellino's America Rising 2 patches and resources, players can integrate the Enclave-themed Creation Club weapons, Tesla Cannon, Solar Cannon, Prototype Gauss Rifle, and Incinerator. Those patches appear to be working just fine. Another win. Another mod people may be interested in is Senki's America Rising 2 Editions. Users of this mod will know that it is working by the sheer number of Enclave checkpoints that spring up in the Commonwealth after they beat the main story with the Enclave faction. 7 additional checkpoints of significant size appear, like this checkpoint near Listening Post Bravo, which is now occupied by the Enclave and being restocked for operation as a base. Satellite Station Olivia is also newly occupied by the Enclave, and the Vertibird refueling station gets a makeover in the style of Fallout 3 Enclave facilities, all as part of Senki's additions, all currently working as intended. Speaking of Enclave facilities, in previous videos I have covered several mods that add large Enclave emplacements to the Commonwealth. So let's revisit those and make sure that the Enclave will maintain its grip on the greater Boston area in the same way that the Enclave maintains its grip on our cold, dead hearts. First up, You may remember Lima Detachment by MrColonelMustard. We covered the sprawling, quest-packed Enclave scavenger hunt that includes new locations and player homes from not just the Enclave, but the Brotherhood of Steel, the Brotherhood Outcasts, and the NCR as well. I also recommended a patch that makes Enclave troops from this mod friendly to America Rising 2 Enclave players. I can happily report that both the original mod and the Compatibility patch appear to be working as well as ever. Another multi-location Enclave chase came to us from Atlas Summit, a mod that brought us an Enclave home in the glowing sea and an Enclave research station under the Poseidon energy plant that is full of Enclave references and what-ifs. Atlas Summit, like Lima Detachment, seems to be working as well as ever. Sadly, the simulation pod glitches are just as bad as ever too. Except, in a seemingly new development, I couldn't get the America Rising 2 reinforcements to arrive using Atlas Summit's radio, and I also couldn't get the Bradley Hercules beacons to call down the fury of 1,000 nuclear suns on the enemies of American values. Again, it may have just been my game, or it may be a new issue due to the next-gen update. Enclave Remnants Bunker by Khalib Gaddafi is another mod from a few years ago that offers players an Enclave facility to explore and customize as their own, and it comes with a large number of Enclave workshop objects for use in turning your settlements into outposts of the American dream. The mod has many large spaces and chambers with an innovative holographic security system. You can populate it with settlers, fill it with workshop objects like the ones provided with the mod, and there is even a section of the bunker for you to build from scratch for yourself if you so choose. I'm happy to report that the Remnants Bunker appears to be working well. The Enclave's crusade to restore our beloved America is, for some reason, not always popular with other factions, and the Enclave has taken a beating in other Fallout games. With so many large facilities in the Commonwealth, we need a stronger Enclave to hold them, and your one-stop shop for a faction overhaul is Warsaw's improved America Rising 2 Enclave. Warsaw's mod buffs Vertibirds, adds elite troops and power armors to the Enclave troops, adds more random encounters, adds faction buffs, adds options for faction behavior, and even adds the aforementioned Frank Horrigan-inspired super mutant super soldier Enclave specialists to the Enclave ranks as a form of faction boss, as I've mentioned in previous videos. The only problem was that improved America Rising 2 Enclave required Fallout 4 script extender and Robco patcher, and both of those mods have only recently been updated to work with the next-gen version of Fallout. Fortunately, I see evidence that improved AR2 Enclave is working again. So PC users rejoice because improved AR2 Enclave not only buffs your Enclave faction, it also gives a buff to the next mod on our list. We are here at the Army Depot to talk about Fallout Commander, a well-known mod by MadGod that allows players to summon squads of troops to follow them into battle from the factions they currently belong to. Thanks to an optional patch in FCOM's files, the America Rising 2 Enclave can also be summoned, and what could be more Enclave than calling up a goon squad of jackbooted patriots to decimate and intimidate the enemies of liberty? What's more, Warsaw's improved AR2 Enclave includes options to summon elite Enclave soldier types in your FCOM squads, including the Frank Horgan-esque Super Mutant Specialist faction boss. I am thrilled to report that FCOM Enclave options seem to be working well, and you are free to rule the wasteland with excessive force. I can report, though, that the Speak of the Devil remnants firing on a Super Mutant Specialist in your FCOM squad is not an isolated incident. As you can see here, there is an occasional tendency from allied Enclave NPCs, be they Remnants or AR2 Enclave, to fire on Super Mutant soldiers even though they are in an Enclave FCOM squad. Again, this glitch is almost an immersive one, since the Super Soldier project was always a controversial one within the Enclave. Indeed, Peterson and his PFC squad mate seem unaffected by this aggression and uninterested in intervening on the Super Mutant soldiers' behalf. If you were looking to pacify the Commonwealth even faster with your America Rising 2 Enclave, there are a couple of other recommendations from previous videos that we need to double check are in working order. First, let's talk robots. Super Soldiers and FEV variants are impressive Halo projects for the ambitious Enclave, but more practical military assets are needed to do most of the work in retaking America. Being the technically advanced faction they are, the Enclave have always relied on robots to unquestioningly follow even the most inhumane orders. With the introduction of the Automatron DLC, the Robot Workbench allows for you to make some strong robots of your own, and the mod that I have recommended to add Enclave flavor to those robots is Enclave Protectron, Butler, and Plasma Automatron Armaments by Martin Toms. As the name suggests, this mod allows you to not only apply Enclave paints to your deadly Assaultrons and Sentry bots, but also to arm them with the Enclave's trademark plasma weaponry as well. The mod even adds a new but lore-friendly Enclave Protectron Butler model that not only elevates you above the pathetic masses with its VIP service programming, but also makes up for its slow-moving speed in battle with plasma hand cannons and a missile-launching head, all of which is currently working as intended. proving that when you're a member of the elite, you really can have it all to yourself while the masses starve on your scraps. And to show the irradiated filth of the wasteland how far beneath you they are, I recommend flying far over their heads in the Enclave Classic Vertibird by PJMail. We have seen how well this veritable Vertibird mod works in previous videos, but does it still function on PC after the next-gen update? The answer here is yes, but. Yes, it does work. You can construct the Vertibirds and equip them and fly them as before, especially if you have downloaded the new mod configuration menu beta that released on May 14th. However, I did notice that crash to desktop mid-flight had gone up in my games. Way up. Regardless of these apparent new stability issues, the mod offers too much utility and too many cool functions to simply disregard. So, crashes appear to be more of a problem than they were before the update, but I still recommend this mod for anyone who wants an incredibly cool flex at their disposal. For the most part, the Enclave is looking stronger than ever, but it is also looking, well, let me put it this way. When nearly every soldier and scientist on the oil rig looks eerily similar, no, similar isn't the right word. When nearly every soldier and scientist on the oil rig looks like a clone, it is enough to make even the most devoted Enclave loyalist question the wisdom of the whole eugenics thing. In a past video, I have recommended Diverse Enclave America Rising 2 to help add some much needed genetic diversity to the Enclave by expanding the face pool from 12 faces per gender to 60 faces per gender. As you can see, it is working and really helps cut down on that inbred vibe.
And we have rules about that for a reason.
Now that our Enclave outposts and settlements aren't problematically homogeneous, let's check on the status of a mod I've previously featured that is all about protecting them. Constructable Guards by Nanami Final Fantasy XIV lets you build guards for your settlements from any faction you are a member of, including the America Rising 2 Enclave. The guards cost caps, but come well equipped in a variety of levels. Add defensive points to your settlement, and stand or patrol with weapons drawn, intimidating the riffraff of the Commonwealth as you would expect them to. You can create soldiers, robots, and in the case of the Enclave, something very special, because what better way to prove the efficacy of the Enclave's recklessly obsessive pursuit of exotic bioweapon development, not to mention a superior military R&D budget, than by having tamed Deathclaws stalking about menacingly to defend your holdings. That's right, the Enclave couldn't pull it off on the West Coast, and a reasonable faction would have given up at that point. But they stuck with it, and thanks to the Constructable Guards mod, not even a next-gen update could stop them from putting Deathclaws in their outposts that are definitely, probably not going to kill everyone there, because when has evil science ever gone wrong? That about does it for our survey of which America Rising 2 Enclave mods that I have previously recommended are working after the next-gen update as of the time of this recording. I hope you enjoyed the video and gave it a like to help spread the word about our beloved Fallout 4 Enclave mods. I think every player should have the chance to try out some of the crazy stuff the Enclave is cooking. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay current on future Fallout content because there is plenty more where that came from. Later, Raiders. I'll see you in the next one.